Hey guys, I'm representing Team Foxtrot, and we developed an Android app called Ecolocations for the United Nations Environmental Programme. So the basic idea behind the problem is that there are over 230,000 protected areas in the world, and people just don't know about them. People don't know what they should be seeing around them. There's so much data, it's difficult to digest. And this is particularly prominent as we're seeing so much climate change at the moment. So, for example, you might have someone that is told that they should be able to see dense forest in a particular area. However, if they see no trees, they know that there's a deforestation problem. So our app kind of sets out to solve that in some way. So there's three basic components to the app: the front end, the app itself, then the data pre-processing, and the server. So I'm going to speak a bit about each of those. User flow is really important to us because we want it to be easy for the user to be able to kind of see the data as quickly and easily as possible. That's kind of a screenshot from our app, and what you can see is they're shown the places around them, and then they're shown a little bit of information, and then what they can do is they can click on a particular location to find out more and see images and find out more data and stuff like that. So the biggest problem of our project was the data. There was so much data. We had around 300-400 gig of data that we need from all different sources that we needed to kind of collate in different ways to provide something that was useful to the user. So we had polygon data from Protected Planet, as well as data from the European Space Agency that was literally just like a 2D pixel map. So we needed to do pixel extraction of that, map projections, and kind of somehow get all of this data together and be able to do it in a way that whenever the user was kind of requesting data from the server, they were getting it back straight away. Because obviously there's so much data, we had to pre-process the data, so whenever the user requested data, it was there on the server already. So that meant that with the server, they had all of that data there in an SQL database, and it could then output the information that the user acquired when they required it about the areas in their area. So because there was kind of so much to the project in terms of things that we needed to do to actually implement and kind of collate the data and things, we used a load of different kind of APIs and libraries to help us with that. I already spoke about how much kind of data there was. So that was obviously a big problem. Also the data itself, there was issues with that. So for example, the data from the ESA, the resolution of that wasn't great, so particularly for smaller protected areas, there was very little we could do to get kind of good, reliable data, so we introduced quality factors for that. Obviously, I'm sure all of you know that have developed an Android app, there's always going to be problems with compatibility, crashes, and that sort of thing that we encountered. So where can we go from here? So we kind of did a lot about environment and kind of the plants and that sort of thing that people should expect to see. But we'd also really like to integrate our app with the IUCN Red List, so they can also then find out about the wildlife they should be expecting to see and really kind of make a difference to the world in that way. Obviously, if we extend the functionality, so we have an iOS and web app, that'd be great, so we have a wider user base. And then just various other things, so push notifications, so as soon as someone goes near a location, then they're told data about that straight away from their phone, even easier to use. And everything's moving towards social media at the moment. So the more we integrate with social media, the better, so more people can find out about the locations around them. Anyway, thank you.